Federal agents didn't knock. They forced their way in. In a quiet Minneapolis neighborhood, already shaken by a deadly incident, heavily armed officers rammed a front door, pepper spray filled the air, and protesters screamed from the sidewalk. What followed wasn't just an arrest. It triggered a wave of fear, outrage, and a question many Americans are now asking. How far can enforcement really go? Federal immigration agents carried out arrests in Minneapolis neighborhoods as part of a massive enforcement operation, entering residential areas already under intense tension following the fatal shooting of a woman by an immigration officer. As agents moved in, protesters gathered in the streets using horns, whistles, and drums to disrupt the operation. The situation escalated when agents pushed past demonstrators and forced entry into a private home, leading to the arrest of a man in front of neighbors and cameras. The arrest quickly became controversial after it was revealed that agents relied on a document signed by an immigration officer rather than a judge. Immigrant advocacy groups have long warned that such paperwork does not allow forced entry into a private residence, which fueled anger and fear among residents who felt their rights were being ignored. Despite the backlash, the man was taken away in handcuffs, reinforcing concerns about how enforcement is being carried out. Officials later confirmed that more than 2,000 immigration arrests have been made in Minnesota since early December, describing it as the largest enforcement operation the state has ever seen. Federal authorities also announced plans to deploy additional agents, heightening worries that this level of activity could become the new normal for affected communities. The impact soon spread beyond the streets. Minneapolis public schools announced a shift to remote learning for a month, citing safety concerns and anxiety among families. Neighborhoods grew quieter as parents kept children indoors and residents limited their movements amid ongoing enforcement actions. Meanwhile, community members organized in response. Tens of thousands of volunteers trained to observe immigration activity positioned themselves throughout the city to monitor and document what was happening. Organizers framed their role as protecting neighbors, while others saw it as evidence of deepening division and mistrust. Political leaders added to the pressure by questioning who should oversee the investigation into the woman's death. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and U.S. Senator Tina Smith argued that state authorities should be involved, expressing concern that a federal-only investigation could lack impartiality. Their comments reflected a broader fear that trust between the community and the federal government is rapidly eroding, raising concerns about what these events may signal for the future.